Hello everybody, Taff with the Taff's Word again, and tomorrow is the first round of the FA Cup, and I absolutely love opening FA Cup weekend, first round proper. Obviously it was always good when we had the qualifying rounds back in the non-league days, of course, but first round proper is a lot of the non-league teams have made it to play potentially against Football League clubs, and we're one of them stories tomorrow. We're playing the Met Police non-league team. Don't often get to this round of the FA Cup, so you know they're looking forward to having us down because we're Football League and we're taking hundreds of fans down with us. So it's great. It's going to be a new ground for pretty much everybody, and it's going to be a really great occasion for us. So I'm looking forward to it. A great occasion for them as well, which is what I love about it. I like it when these non-league clubs actually make a few pennies out of a club like ours travelling down, because obviously up in the Premier League we got the likes of Tottenham, who we've played against, and other teams in our league have played against the likes of Man United and Liverpool, and made some money off the back of it. And the thing is, right, the magic of the FA Cup, I mean, it's something that's not dead. The only people that believe that the magic of the FA Cup is dead are the money bags teams and their tourist fans, basically, you know, who go and watch them once or twice a year, who sit watching Jeff Stelling every Monday, Saturday, sorry, why about Monday? You'll sit and watch Jeff Stelling every Saturday, more or less, and they don't really go to the games, or the people that highly value winning Premier League matches over doing well in the FA Cup. Some teams would rather go out the FA Cup and take 3 points in the Premier League. For me, I would rather, sorry, getting notifications, it puts me off. I would rather have a run in the FA Cup, personally. You know, winning the FA Cup is pretty special, and back in the day it meant something, and it means something to the likes of us. It means something to the likes of Met Police, Haringey Borough, who I'm about to watch play against AFC Wimbledon. It means something to them too. It meant something to the old Wimbledon when they managed to win it in 1988, was it? They beat Liverpool in the final, the biggest giant killing of all time, they called it. Wow. So, well, we would have come close if we'd not Tottenham out last year. We're minutes from that. So, yeah, it's bringing all those memories back, you know, and obviously the journey to the third round, of course. I mean, we didn't get non-league opposition. We had League One and League Two opposition. Thankfully, they were home ties, because one thing that we were always lacking was home ties in the FA Cup, and we were going away to places like Luton and Kidderminster and getting knocked out. Remember getting knocked out by Yate during our promotion season. So, if there's a giant killing, for me, there's a giant killing tomorrow. For me, that's the final omen that we're going to get promoted this year. Bolton Rovers, who remembers Bolton Rovers the season we went up in 2010 to the conference, and then Yate Town the season we went up to League Two from the conference. If Met Police knock us out tomorrow, it's going to be gutting, yeah, because FA Cup runs are important to us. But the silver lining is that every omen has come up then, you know, from promotion. Every omen has come up. You know, we started against the same team as we did the season we went up last. I know it's omens, I know it's a load of bullshit, superstitious nonsense and all that, but it's something you can cling to, you know? That's one thing that'll dominate the conversation there and dominate the conversation home if we do get knocked out, is maybe this every year for promotion, like it has been whenever we've been knocked out at our first stage of the FA Cup by a team that we should have beaten with ease. That's pretty much how it is. So then, guys, what can I say then? At the moment, things aren't looking too good. We haven't won a game for a while. In the league, it's not looking good at all. But we have had injuries and suspensions, and they've cost us. So it just goes to show we haven't got the squad depth, and there's something going on there with injuries. Don't know why all these players are getting injured. We didn't have this problem last year, only really with Labardi, but we didn't have injury crises. You know, we didn't have, you know, this sort of thing going on last year, so we were able to keep a steady team together. So for me, I don't know what's happening there. I don't know whether, you know, there's any sort of conditioning training going on down there, whether, you know, because where are these injuries coming from? I mean, you know, the players are walking off, you know, they're hobbling off, and it's not from challenges, so it's obviously from, you know, maybe incorrect conditioning or something, I don't know. But end of the day, it's not to us to know what's going on there. It's up to the management to make sure they got the right team off the field. So we'll leave it down to them, and they can take the responsibility, obviously, for the points that we've dropped over the last few weeks because of these injuries. But then, moving on from that now, I think tomorrow is exactly what we need to take our focus off the league for a bit and focus on something else. And obviously the FA Cup. I hope we play a strong team. I want to progress. I mean, for me, if we could have another cup run and actually make some money from it this time, let's not draw Tottenham again while they're still playing at Wembley. Hopefully they'll be in their new stadium and we won't have that problem. It's just our luck, isn't it? Whilst Tottenham are right of their ground, you know, if they were still at White Hart Lane, we'd have made a few bob, you know. But because it's Wembley took most of the money. And I'd imagine if it was White Hart Lane, I'd imagine more Tottenham fans would have turned up to it. That's just my feeling on it. But there we go. Actually, what was the capacity? Well, the capacity of White Hart Lane was around about 40,000, and about 40,000 turned up. So I suppose I'm talking out my arse, and I don't. No, none of them could have turned up, any more of them. But there we go. If they're in the new stadium, you might get more. If they're in the new stadium, we draw Tottenham again, and we get to go there, then we could be one of the first teams to play there. That could be pretty special. And I'd imagine a lot of Tottenham fans will turn up because it's the new stadium. So I'm getting ahead of myself here. We're still only in the first round. We've got 2 teams to beat to get to the point where we're going to be in the same draw as the likes of Tottenham and all that. But I quite enjoyed it being at Rodney Parade. I quite enjoyed bringing a big team down onto our patch. And it was pretty special, nearly beating them, you know, showing them, you know, that they're not amazing. Well, they are. They're a fantastic football club, fantastic team they got there with a fantastic manager. But somehow we nearly done them. Say, FA Cup is bringing all these, you know, all these memories back. You know, good FA Cup memories of ours. I remember when we beat Barnet away, and that was particularly good. The atmosphere was great. You know, we've beaten some teams, and we've got through to play against some decent teams. We've got to play Blackburn. We've beaten Leeds. Nearly beat Tottenham, but we need to make more FA Cup stories, because with these FA Cup stories come the memories. But the biggest and most important thing, of course, is the money that comes with the cup run. So we've got to take this team seriously tomorrow, and we have to be professional, and we have to bring our A game, beat them, get through to the second round, and get any of the remaining non-league teams, if there are any remaining non-league teams at home. What I personally would like, if we're going to bring an occasion, would be someone like Wrexham at home, but at home so we can beat them. Not away, because we'd probably lose. But no, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it tomorrow, because it's a new ground. I like these little non-league grounds. It takes us back to our non-league days. You know, when we go to these little grounds and everything, and you know, it was, you know, a romantic kind of thing. You know, it was the love of football and all that sort of stuff. You know, down at them sort of levels is when you really truly appreciate it. When you're up in the higher levels, it often gets taken for granted. So yeah, like I say, really looking forward to tomorrow. And like I said, a change of pace, which is absolutely welcome at the moment in light of our recent poor form in the league. So what do you guys all think? I mean, I don't get many comments these days. For those of you who've actually watched this far, I would absolutely love to see you guys actually contributing to these blogs by actually making comments of your own. You know, asking me questions. You know, say on your next blog, can you answer this question for me? You know, I'd love to do that sort of thing, guys. So feel free to leave some, even feedback. What do you think I could do to make these things even better? What would you like to see in future? I mean, when it comes to the lives, I mean, how are you guys finding Thursday Night Live? How are you guys finding the pre-stream? Obviously, now that we got the lag issue sorted out, last night it ran quite smoothly. We had a couple of little hairy moments, but it was all right. But anything that can make this viewing experience better for you guys, I'm going to adhere to it. You're our subscribers. We appreciate the fact that you keep coming back and watching our videos, and we want to keep making quality content for you. And we want to get more of you to subscribe as well. I mean, we're getting close to our goal of 2,000. We're nearly at the 50 subscribers left mark now. I think we need 7 more subscribers, and we've hit 1,950. 50 more, then comes the Taff Live giveaway. And it is a signed shirt from last year, so make sure we get to that 2,000 as soon as we can, because that, if it's not something you want to keep for yourself, could save you a lot of money on a Christmas present for someone, you know. If you know anybody who's following the kind you need to buy something for, like a father or grandfather or brother, someone like that, or early Christmas present for you even. frame it, get it put up on your wall, whatever you want to do. Let's get those subscribers up, guys. We need to get to 2,000 and we need to do it pretty quickly. I want to get it done before Christmas. And we hit that 2,000 mark and we could actually start making some decent money for this supporters group, which obviously put every single penny into supporting the club, whether we're giving money to the club or whether we're buying flags or whether we're buying something that improves the atmosphere. You know, all that sort of stuff. Community projects too. So the more money we make and the more popular this channel is, the more money we make, and the more money we make, the more we can do for everybody. So thanks all. Thanks for watching again. And as always, cheerio for now and up the county. See you all tomorrow if you're going. Many thanks for watching the latest content on the Amber Army channel. Please make sure you leave us a like. Make sure you subscribe for more content, both for the neutral football fan and also plenty of Newport County. Even more Newport County content can be found on the club's iFollow channel on the link above. It is just £4.49 per month to subscribe to that service. And those of you feeling extra generous can also support us on Patreon on the link at the bottom there. That would be a monthly donation of your choice. Thank you again, make sure you've subscribed, and as always, up the county.